Club World Cup's on the horizon. You looking forward to that?
No.
Will you watch it?
Nah.
Do you think it's one of those things, though, that you think you won't watch?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can understand the interest in it. I can understand why Chelsea want to be in there. I don't understand why they're in it, but I can understand why they want to be. There's a lot of money. There's sort of 93 million pounds for the winners. Yeah. That's gigantic.
It's FIFA's way of trying to compete with UEFA, isn't it? It's FIFA's way of trying to. I think FIFA are very jealous of UEFA because
Champions League.
FIFA get the World Cup every 4 years.
Yeah.
So they get a huge cash cow, but it's every 4 years. Whereas I think what FIFA are seeing with UEFA is UEFA making a fortune with a spectacle that happens every year. Like FIFA aren't relevant until the World Cup comes
Absolutely.
around. UEFA every year. People are talking about the Champions League next year in Budapest now.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about being a Champions League team. We're talking about being a Champions League team. Realistically, you don't talk about the World Cup until... we're not even talking about the World Cup in America yet.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
You don't even think about the World Cup.
No.
The World Cup qualifiers just get in the way of club football.
Exactly.
The problem with FIFA is they don't have the product. They've got... UEFA have got the product. They've got European football where... I know... Football across the world is popular domestically. Mexico, they're crazy about it's MX League, isn't it? In South America, they're crazy, but no one outside of South America, Mexico, is watching their football unless you're really, really into football. But everybody's watching football in Europe. Everybody, and in the Champions League, everybody's interested about potential progression of the football clubs. In a World Cup, people have a general interest in European nations, but also Paraguay, interesting game, or Bolivia, that sort of stuff. You kind of
everyone's always heard the stories that resonate, haven't they? I don't know the keeper who scores got Chilavert. Everyone's all, let's watch them because they got a keeper.
Exactly.
Rene Higuita's in goal for he does this mad kick. Let's watch Colombia, but it comes around so infrequently.
Yeah, and the problem with the Club World Cup is that people are only interested in 12 of the teams that are in it.
Yeah.
And they don't know enough about the other sides. And maybe this is about education, about boosting these other sides, and so that people become more interested. But I genuinely don't think it will move the needle. However, when it starts, maybe you're right. And the fact that Real Madrid are in there and Chelsea and when they play each other, that's going to be...
Because it is a spectacle, isn't it? At some point, we could end up with a situation where Chelsea will play Real Madrid in Miami. That's glamorous and interesting, if nothing else.
Yeah, but and it satisfies fans that are there. But you can't imagine vast swathes of Man City and Chelsea fans travelling to America.
Yeah, well, I'm planning on going out for one. What I didn't realise, you're good at geography. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Did you know that Philadelphia is a stone's throw from New York?
Yeah.
Mate, it'd be like going to Reading. 45 minutes on the train.
So this is you. You're going for a holiday, and there's a game in there.
I'm going to watch Chelsea play in Philadelphia.
Are your mates going?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're staying in New York.
Sounds great.
Yeah, a couple of days in New York.
Yeah.
Go and watch Chelsea.
Right, don't go to that one though. Go to one where you're playing in.
We're playing. Well, we're twice in Philadelphia at the group stage. We're twice in Philadelphia and once in. I nearly went to this one. Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know where TLC are from?
Yeah. So the my issue with it, in the fact that I understand, like that would be like one of the best football trips of all time. I understand it, but as a competition, I struggle with. And they're struggling to find sell tickets.
No, they can't. They can't. I couldn't believe it because I've joined this trip late. This trip's been organised.
Yeah.
And I've gone. Oh, I'll come along. And I've gone. The only thing is, I've got to try and get a ticket now.
Yeah.
Mate, it's just. How many tickets do you want? In what part of the ground do you want them?
Will it matter? The fact that you're playing to half-empty stadiums?
Yeah, it will. And we're going to be one of the full stadiums.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be other games going on. There's going to be Al Hilal.
Al Hilal, are they playing into Miami?
They're trying to get Ronaldo to be part of that experience.
It's ridiculous.
Right? They're trying to get... But no, there will be some really uninspiring games in massive NFL stadiums, and it won't look good.
It's a cash grab, isn't it? That's what it is. And it's a power grab. And what impact is this going to have on Chelsea's squad going forward if they go deep in the competition?
Well, this is it. I mean, are we sort of reaching a breaking point in football? Like, say you use Cole Palmer as an example of this.
Yeah.
Played a full season, all the European games that we had, right? Played in the European final. England, idiotically, have just played. So he's been part of that. England have a friendly, undoubtedly be part of that. Then the Club World Cup, and then the new season. And if he has a bit of an off day early in August, we're going to go, mate, you don't look fresh.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the players, there was a very sluggish start to the season. And I don't know, man. I think Foden has suffered from being overplayed. There's a risk to players. And, you know, I'm not sympathetic to players because they get paid a lot of money and they have huge squads and managers should use the squads better. People complaining about Rodri and Saka, you know, getting injured, but they were played into the ground by Arteta and
But
Guardiola.
they're played into the ground because they're so good.
Yeah,
you can't play someone else in that position because you play Mateo Kovacic in that position, you probably get beat.
Yeah, but you have to make a choice. You can't win every game. You can't win every competition you've been in. And you know, if you there will be an incentive from Todd Bowley and the other guy who runs your football club,
Egg Barley.
yeah, right, to say go and win this. That's £93 million revenue. And Chelsea are in an extraordinary position financially at the moment because of the selling of the women's team. You've got a PSR window of about 300 million. You could go and splash big Chelsea. And this is going to help it as well. So, but at what point does the owner, Maresca, have to kind of look at the owner and go, we can't win all these games. There is going to be a fallout.
I actually think because of the prestige that they're trying to introduce into this tournament and because of the money, I think that the club will be desperate to win. Every club will be desperate to win this.
I'm slagging it off, right? If Spurs were in it, I'd go, of course, you got to. Have to.
Yeah. And the thing is, because it's so important to the clubs, I just don't think that they can use it as their pre-season. You know, like in some way you go, well, don't worry, Maresca, Pep Guardiola, they'll use this as an example of say the way that previously Chelsea treated the Umbro Cup that we won, or the Makita Cup, or the Arsenal one, didn't they, all the time? Audi Cup or something?
We won that one.
Was it you?
Actually, don't take another one away from us. Even
right. But the way that you approach that, or the way that your manager, whoever it was, that saw you through to that,
yeah,
obviously it wasn't taken seriously. It was used as
pre-season.
Pre-season. Chelsea, I don't think, and Man City, whoever's in it,
they can't.
Javi Alonso can't use this as a pre-season. There's 100 million quid at stake.
No, using it as pre-season would mean making 11 changes at half time, right? And blooding young players. No, they absolutely can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, the standard of all of the teams in it, you know, you'd argue you could play a second string team and beat half of them. You know, the level of teams in South America, in Mexico, in Egypt and elsewhere are nowhere near Premier League level, right?
No.
There are leagues in Europe that are nowhere near Premier League level. So there will be opportunity to be somewhat fluid in how you play these games, but there's so much money that it has to be taken seriously, and it's a weird one, really, because no one cared about the older iteration of it either.
Well, I did, and I know that I'm on my own here. I know
when you say you're world champions, no one cares when they hear it.
Do you know how I know that it matters though?
To who?
I can only talk for myself here. I appreciate that it didn't matter to that many people, but in 2012, I went to Japan for this tournament. That's when I had no money.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Obviously, we won the Champions League in 2012. That December, I went to Japan and then flew back and went straight to Leeds away in the cup. It was like a ridiculous thing to do.
I knew you'd won the Champions League. I had no idea until this moment.
Yeah, we didn't win it. Idiot Benitez.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking
we got beat in the final. We've won it subsequently.
Oh, that's
Kai Havertz. We won it when it was in the UAE.
Drogba scored a header.
No, that was the Champions League.
Drogba scored a header.
Drogba scored a header in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
But then the Club World Cup, we got beat in the final by Corinthians.
And that's my point here, is I remember you winning the Champions League. I didn't even know you were in that tournament. No one even knows it happened.
I love how a Tottenham fan has basically managed to go, did Drogba score a header? Like, you've blocked it from your brain so much that you vaguely know that it happened. But
I'm acutely aware it happened because it meant that we didn't qualify for the Champions League, right? But the point is that you went to Japan. I didn't know that had happened. No one takes it seriously. No one gives it...
Does this change your opinion on it a touch? You're right, Chelsea fans. I reckon we took 1,500 fans there. Chelsea
to Japan.
That's still, in December.
That's
just before Christmas.
Yeah.
We took 1,500 max.
Yeah.
We played the first game against the Mexican side. We won 4-1. We then played the final against Corinthians.
So
Corinthians semi-final. Yeah, that's what it used to be.
So what's this then? It's like
this is like a World Cup.
You could end up playing 7 or 8.
Yeah. What I found interesting was, whilst Chelsea fans didn't take it that seriously, and you didn't even know it was going on.
Oh yeah.
Corinthians went mental when they won it, and bearing in mind, to get from Brazil to Tokyo is about as far as you can go.
Yeah.
They had to all change in London. I think how far London is from Brazil. My plane on the way home was full of Corinthians fans going nuts.
But to them...
And they went crazy for it.
To them, it's validation that they can be considered at the top table by beating a Premier League champion or a Champions League. But the other way around, it just doesn't carry the same amount of like this Super Cup that Spurs are involved in.
You'll love to win that.
It's one game.
It's
not
amazing.
Yeah, of course. All right. I don't care if we win it or not. Really, honestly.
Do you honestly not? So,
No, not
hang on, because I think that you'll row back on this. I honestly believe, because I loved it. By the way, I went to Monaco. We got beat. Falcao beat.
It's one game. It's not. You're not winning a cup. You're winning a game of football.
No, Flav, we're very different. Usually, I feel like you and I see football through a very similar
It's like
lens.
the Champions League isn't. The Charity Shield.
If you win the Super Cup,
Charity Shield isn't a trophy.
the Charity Shield I see slightly differently, and I appreciate the comparison that you're making.
Yeah.
But if you win the Super Cup, you'll beat Paris Saint-Germain in Europe. I think that I honestly think it's massive.
We will win the Super Cup.
Okay,
right?
we probably won't.
And
Paris Saint-Germain were good, mate.
But also, PSG have just
play.
back in a second. PSG have just come up with an 8-game winning streak in the Club World Cup. By the way,
Have they?
yeah. So they've just won the Club World Cup.
That's what you think, right?
Yeah, and then they're going to go. Can we be bothered with a Super Cup? Probably not.
Right.
Let's not,
mate. I see it very.
Have a
differently.
holiday at some stage. When are they going to play?
I see all of this very differently. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Club World Cup is seen. Speaking for myself, I'm sort of behind it. I like it. I'm going. I've been before. I want to win it.
If it was Man United in it, you wouldn't care.
No, I wouldn't care. Of course, I wouldn't.
But when it starts, it might change different. Can I just make one more point about the Super Cup? When Spurs beat PSG, we are categorically the best club in Europe.
To a degree, that's true.
No,
I agree.
No, hang on,
I want to find out where the Super Cup. Do you know where it is?
It's Udinese.
Oh, mate, that'd be amazing. You'll win a trophy on Italian soil.
Yeah, we will. Right, but what I'm saying, I need you to agree to this. If Spurs beat PSG, we are categorically the best side in Europe. It cannot be argued. Who is the best team currently?
I would.
Who's
I
the
think
best
you're
team?
onto something.
Answer the question.
It's the best team that currently are Paris Saint-Germain, Flav.
And if you beat the best team, what do you become?
You become the best team, Flav.
Lineal champion.
Lineal champion. There you go.
You beat the lineage.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like it.
Well, finish 17th. That's a dream, isn't it?